Just tell me the okay to start.
You're all good to go, Cristiano. Welcome aboard.
Okay, thank you. Thanks as well for the great presentation. Hi, people. We are live. I'm talking from Rio de Janeiro. And make sure you use the question session. I have 15 minutes to answer questions or to display something again if you need. Well, let's go. Real-time data into Excel with the data streamer. Hi, everyone. I have seen many experts talking about dynamic arrays, so about XLOOKUP, let function ideas, and other new stuff on Excel from the Microsoft 365 and from the beta channel. Those features are really useful, and I love them so much. But for today, on this great event, the Excel Virtually Global, I wanted to bring you something that nobody's talking about, the Excel Data Streamer. Data Streamer has the potential to generate business and income. Recently, together my business partner, Cristiano Galvao, I earned the second place on a pitch contest from a university in the United States, promoted by their entrepreneurship lab. My project was about real-time data, and my research started with the Excel data streamer. This is what I'm going to show you here. Okay, data stream is something unique and may bring you some money, but what else? This thing is really cool. This is Bill Jalen saying really cool. Let me talk more about this video later. Well, I'm Cristiano Galvao, and I have 2 decades of Excel. I run a small company called Genexis, which is completing 11 years exactly today, 21st of July. So I couldn't have a better way of celebrating this business anniversary than being here talking to you all, such special audience from around the globe. So thank you very much, Liam Bastic and some product team for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here. And I also feel the weight of the responsibility being the second speaker of the agenda. I hope I don't break the high expectations that each person brings here. Talking about my journey quickly, I have been living exclusively from Excel since I started my own business 11 years ago. I have been leading several projects on consulting services and corporate trainings with clients in Brazil and different countries such as Angola, Chile, and the United States. I have courses published on LinkedIn Learning and with the largest investments firm in Brazil. You can find more about my work here on the social network links below my picture on the website of the event. In parallel with my work, I produce free content online on my YouTube channel, the Excel Turbo, and recently I joined the Microsoft Creators Program, a curated content list organized by Microsoft, where I am the only Brazilian to be part of it. I'm very committed to bring good Excel tips, news, and innovative ideas to the community. I'm also bringing to myself the mission of being a bridge between the experts abroad and from Brazil. This is the Excel event, the Excel weekend event that I run in Brazil. You can check later the webpage as well. Talking about my people, I am the founder of the Excel weekend that you saw in the last screen. And this is actually currently the largest and coolest Excel conference in Latin America. And the Excel weekend was a game changer for many Brazilian professionals, including me, because I had the chance to meet face-to-face special people there. I want to say thank you for all the Brazilian people who supported me along the way. And the best way of doing this is using my first language, Portuguese. Muito obrigado a todos que me ajudaram a estar aqui hoje. Obrigado também por assistirem a esta e as próximas palestras neste grande evento. I said, thank you very much for everyone who helped me to be here today. And thank you also for watching this talk and the next ones. Well, that said, I hope one day I have the chance to meeting many of you in person too. And let's talk about the data streamer. What is the data streamer? Data streamer is a tool that allows us to bring data in a very high speed from several kinds of devices into an Excel spreadsheet. The concept is different from Power Query and other tools. And the reason is, instead of the classic approach of bringing data in batches, everything on Data Streamer was made thinking on a data coming in a continuous flow. Once you have a device connected to your computer and your Excel running the data streamer to receive data, you can analyze what is coming using all the visualization tools available in Excel. Thinking on real data time flowing into Excel can sound funny at the first moment. You will probably think what you are going to do with so much data and where you will store all the data along the time. Don't worry, because maybe you don't really need to store all the raw data in the same way as they come, neither for a long time. Just think about a time frame where you can see what is happening. It's like a waterfall of data, so don't worry. You don't need to worry about the data that will come, nor the data that just passed. When using the data streamer, all that matters is the data that is in front of you from the moment that they start falling into your spreadsheet until the moment that they leave. It's possible to set up how many rows you will be able to see there, but on this moment, don't worry, it's simple. Let me give you some examples of real applications of data streamer instead of streaming too much information inside your head. After the examples, I come up with the step-by-step that will introduce you in the use of this feature. So let me show you here an example of the data streamer. And for this session, I prepared a walkthrough of how you can use the data streamer. However, before entering into any question that may seem very technical for you, or worse, maybe before it starts to be boring, let me show you some examples of things that I find interesting you make with this tool. One of the examples that I have here is what is on this video that you can find on my channel later. This is the day that I showed you one of my experiments to build Jelen in New York City in December of the last year, before this whole pandemic issue that we are living today. At the time, I had been researching on the subject of data streamer to prepare the material of my talk on the Excel Weekend 6 that happened in January of this year, 2020. In December, I was still living in New York City, and one day Bill was passing through the city. He invited me for a coffee, and on that day, I had my device kit inside my backpack. So I asked him if he would like to see what I was doing, and he said yes. Then in the middle of the restaurant, as you can see, I opened my laptop. I got the Arduino board, a distance sensor, RFID sensor, some keychains, and so this is what the data streamer does. What you see here is a real example of the distance sensor sending data into a spreadsheet. The type of the data that you see depends directly on the type of the equipment that you connect to the computer, and then consequently to the Excel. This video is fully available on my YouTube with sound, of course, not like here. And when watching it again, note how the data comes into the spreadsheet continuously. You will see more examples here during this presentation, but you can check the video later in my channel. And make sure that when doing that, you watch as well the Liam Bastek's interview that it's recently. And as well the videos with another speakers that we have here on this great event. Let's talk more about the devices. Here at the left side of my screen, we have an Arduino board. This is one of the several varieties available in the market. The purpose of the Arduino board is to be a microcontroller. This means that it's the piece of work that will coordinate the data coming from different types of sensors. We can say that this is a general purpose board. At the right side of my screen, you can see a real spreadsheet made by Murad Loha and Kais on the Excel Data Streamer add-in competition in the last year, 2019. And now on this other screen, we have on the left side, the distance sensor in a way that you can see much better. It uses ultrasonic waves emitting sound from one side and listening on the other. And the Arduino board can read the signal with a script that we put there inside, and then calculate the distance of the obstacles according to the time that the sound bounces on something. It's the same concept of radar. And at the right side, it's a kit with lots of different sensors. I will talk later more about this, but in general, this is the kind of thing that you will connect on Excel. Let me show you some examples created by Microsoft in their Hacking in STEM project. STEM is an acronym meaning science, engineering, technology, and mathematics. Microsoft created this project to encourage young students in this field. Using a strong partners network, the Microsoft Hacking STEM can teach students to create 3D models of the real world. And Excel has here a very important role on this project because of the data streamer, as you can see here. With this tool, students can measure and analyze data in real time in a scientific process. They use several devices that the schools purchase with the guidance from Microsoft, and the assembly of the projects is executed under supervision of teachers who follow models provided by Microsoft, as you can see here on this screen. And the main tool, obviously used by them, is Excel, starting with the data streamer. Microsoft provides lots of tutorials with many details, and they mention all the parts that you must acquire, and they recommend where to buy them. All the projects here were designed to be built on schools under supervision, but adults can dig information here alone to learn some very interesting things using the imagination to adapt to business. Microsoft has partnerships with schools and other educational institutions like BBC Learning and even NASA. With BBC Learning, for example, Microsoft has a project that aims to make the students build experiments related to the understanding of the ocean, including questions such as the movement of the ocean currents, the depth of the ocean, the formation of coral reefs, and how sharks swim. This example here from Microsoft, students build a depth reader on a vessel. The sensor used here is exactly the same that I showed you in the video with Birgelli. The main difference here is the vessel, which is not subject of our interest here today. But they have several examples on this page that you can check later. But I think this is the best place to see something working for real. This is another example, chart models, and they analyze data from their movements. And the central device here on this lesson is a joystick whose the lever, it's extremely similar to the one found on a controller of the Xbox, as you can see here on this screen. And then using a model made in Excel, they can learn lots of things in science. And remember, this is for kids from 10 to 15 years. So if they can learn, so can you. This other example here is Microsoft teaching how students can learn about the ocean currents through the conductivity of the water because of the changes in the salinity. Well, it's interesting to see how you can download, but let me show you the glove, the robotic hand, because I think this is one of the most interesting. You can see here the Excel changing numbers according to the movements of the hands, because they have some pressure sensors inside the model. So all the lesson is based on the force applied on the fingers, and as you move them, the information generated is sent through the wires and then to the Arduino board and sent to Excel through an USB cable. And then you have the cells, the formulas, the charts, everything that you know on Excel working together in harmony to represent the model. I'm opening here to show you that the files are available, and I strongly recommend that you check the website later, and you will see even better than here. I suppose maybe sometimes the image can shake here. We are live, so I will provide you the link so you can check later and download the same workbook as I'm showing you here. So make sure you visit the website there and you will be able to see. Now my screen, I made a pause so you can take a look on the model much better. Before we go ahead, there is something that you have to study if you want to be really good on this. It's the Arduino thing, because maybe you are not so familiar with computer programming. So the part of the Arduino is the thing that I will discuss on the next slide. And while this, make sure you put the questions. You write the questions on the website, and I will go back in some moments to answer you all. So let's go ahead here, step by step, to start with the data streamer. Step one, you have to buy one Arduino kit. You can find them at Amazon, eBay, and similar online stores. And this is the screen that I told you. Don't worry, because I will come back to this picture. So you can see all the kinds of sensors at the right side. This is an example of the kit that you can find on those online stores. They are not so easy to find on physical stores, mainly now because of the pandemics. So online. And we could buy also the Raspberry Pi, but the Arduino proved more practical for the experiments, and due to ease of programming, it's better to get the Arduino board. Step two, check your Excel version. This is very important because the Arduino is available on the Excel version included in the Microsoft 365. This is the one that I recommend to everyone. And if you have it, congratulations, because you have the data streamer installed on it. And when I say installed, I refer to the desktop version, okay, in case of you use it. And I mean Windows. This is important because Excel for Mac is not compatible with the data streamer. The data streamer is not available on the Excel for Web and mobile versions. If you don't have the 365 as I recommend, you can check. You should have at least the 2016 version or the 2019. So with one of these two versions across the website, you will see the download, and then you can put the data streamer inside your Excel. Well, next step, enable the data streamer. I told you that the data streamer is available on the 365, but you cannot see. If you are searching now on your Excel, while looking to the presentation, you probably will not find the data streamer. So these are the steps that you are looking at the right side of my screen. It's very easy to enable the tool. Just enter the File menu, Options, Add-ins, then select COM Add-ins. Within the COM Add-ins, you'll find the feature Disable, and just check this box and press OK. This is the add-ins. Then you go to the COM add-ins, go check the box, and then you press OK. Right? Step 4. You have to download the Arduino IDE on the Microsoft Store. This is pretty easy, so we move to the next step. You will connect the sensor and load the related script. When you install the Arduino IDE, even if you don't program, even if you don't know how to do that, the Arduino IDE comes with several examples to work with a sensor. If you have a distance sensor, you have to use the related script for distance sensor. If you will work with the RFID, the same. You have to have the same sensor for the same script. But I will not put too much information because this is an introductory session about the data streamer. So I will be focusing more on the Excel side from now on. Make sure you are writing the questions because I will go back to respond. Oh, before that, the last step, of course, you go to the Excel and create the project. It can be like this one here. I will show you the screen in a bigger size, but on the left side of my screen, you can see the Excel with the first thing that will show up when enabling the add-in. And at the right side, we have a custom chart made with 4 shapes. You don't say forms, sorry, shapes. And then we are using a distance sensor to move the chart. Let's go to the demonstration. And here I have an Arduino board with a joystick very similar to the old model of the Xbox. So this is the kit connected to my old laptop. I can click, I can move to the left, to the right side, and this is the Arduino board with the yellow tapes that I put to hold the wires and don't mess the demonstration. You will see some LEDs blinking. RX, TX is receiving and sending. And let's go to the Excel to create a 3D bubble chart using the joystick. And then let's see what we can do. So I'm opening the Arduino IDE. It's the software that I told you. I have a very small script here. The first rows are comments only. Let me press this button, the error and then I see the message below the screen telling me that the script was successfully loaded into my board. And then I'm monitoring now the data flowing outside of the COM port. This same data is the same data that will flow to your Excel when you open and connect with the data streamer. This is just to check. So it's everything okay, but let me remove a little the delay. 1 second is too much, so 100 milliseconds, the data will flow much faster and responsive. So, all done. Let me open Excel. And then this is an empty workbook. I click Data Streamer, connect to a device, and click on my device. The screen will start to blink, and you will see actually three new worksheets: data in, data out, and settings. Then when I start data, I press the button start data, I can see the same data that we could see before, this time inside Excel. In the same way we could see on the Bill Jennings video. So let me stop here. Let me create a bubble chart, a 3D bubble chart. And then let me remove some channels. We don't need 10 channels. I need only 3 channels. And let me invert the order of the data. I like the data coming, the new on the top, but doesn't matter. It's just a better representation, in my opinion. Okay, I hope you are looking better the screen. Let me stop a little so I make sure that the screen will load, and you will be able to see this screen very sharply, because this is the most important screen to see here about the data streamer. So you can see very clear now the data in spreadsheet with the classic yellow color and the historical data below. So let's customize the chart. Let me put the axis with the minimum and the maximum fixed. I will use 10, 24 at the maximum, in 0 on the minimum. Now this is okay. And the same for the other, 0 at the minimum and maximum 1024. And let's play. I can see the bubble. When I move the joystick, it will bounce according to my movements, just a little bit or more. But when I click, nothing is changing. I have a secret here. I will create a fake bubble with size 2 because of the maximum size to be automatic. So I will remove the color. The shape outline is transparent. The shape fill is transparent. And then I will play again. Make sure you stop before to change something in the chart. Now, when I click the bubble, it displays in a bigger size, and I have something like a game. But let's create another chart here for the sequence of the movements for one axis, and you will be able to see the same data in another perspective. I will duplicate this chart. Let me use the control and the mouse, and then I will select the data coming from the other axis and play. And as you see, when I move the joystick, I see the numbers coming into the Excel real time, and I have the real-time data analysis. I have another demonstration, and then after this, we have the questions and answers. So let's go to the another demonstration. This will be cool. Let me open my camera again because I have this here. Oops, moving carefully. We have the Thanos glove, Thanos gauntlet, the Infinite Gauntlet. It's the correct name. I will show, okay, this is not a business example, but I want to show you that you can control devices as well. So let's go. I have the model here. I'm putting in a picture as well because I don't know if the speed of the network is enough to see very clear. So when I stop the screen, it's better to everyone understand what will be happening here. So I'm connecting the modified version of the Infinite Gauntlet because of the LEDs, the LEDs, and I have wires connected to my board. So let's see what I can do here. I have the model here. I have a spreadsheet. Let me connect. Okay. Clicking one light, the blue. Let's choose the red. And the big one. Turn off the first. The purple. I don't know the names. You have to help me on the names of the gems. Oh, this one, the time gem. I remember the green one. And then let me turn on this one here. So everything turned on. This means that I can control the devices. And well, let's go to the questions. Let me stop the screen sharing a little bit. I hope you are writing down the questions because I'm not looking to the screen now. Let me stop a little bit the screen sharing. And then I will open here the questions. Let's see what you can ask here. And let me open my camera again so we can talk better. We have Christian here. Christian, hi. Hi, Cristiano. Can you provide some real-life applications where you have used the data streamer with Excel? Okay, excellent question. Thank you for the question. I have to my light here. Yes, I have been using the temperature.
Sorry, Cristiano. May I interrupt you for a second? Do you just want to share your video? We've just got no image coming through at all at the moment. Apologies. Just your.
I stopped the screen sharing.
Yes, but do you want to show your? Let me see if I can put this up. Hang on. I will try and. Just a second. I'm sending your face live. There you go. I've taken over and. You're on screen. You've got your headset. Sorry to interrupt you. It's just
no problem.
You're all good again, Cristiano. Apologies.
I can put the PowerPoint again. No problem. Well, but I can give an answer to Christian while this. Temperature sensor and humidity sensors to help to, and also vibration to help to monitor a huge machine. It's a microwave, industrial microwave machine that I was helping to monitor. So we were monitoring the temperature of the water flowing in, the water flowing out of the equipment, and the vibration, some noise. Yes, it's the Excel on Fire shirt. Yes, and also my wallpaper. So this is the kind of thing that I was working on recently. But because of the pandemic, now we are delaying some projects related to this. But trust me, it's not only a STEM project. It's not only for students. The main reference is Microsoft Hacking STEM, but we can really adapt to business situations. So very good questions, very good, very good. And then we have more. Let me see here. Can you show an example where you can control mechanical movements of some equipment toy controlling in Excel? I don't have here the model done, but let me show you on the, I don't have the picture, so let me show this here. This is very interesting. Hey, Leon, just tell me if everybody can see my screen, my camera in full screen.
Yes, they can.
Oh, so good, good, good. This is the kit that you can see that is not so organized like the picture that you will see at the Amazon website. It's only a few days of organization, but then becomes to well, I have to take care with the words that I use here. Let me show you for Ibrahim, I think. This is the distance sensor, the ultrasonic sensor. It looks like big eyes. You can print my screen and make a meme. It's funny, but this is the one that can measure the distance with the ultrasonic waves. And this is cool. This here is cool. It's not about controlling, but reading. Most of the things that we are going to do with the data streamer will be related to reading data. Okay, this is very important to see. And when checking the website that I'm sending to you, you will see many, many more examples of reading than writing. So this is very business style. This is the RFID that you can use the keychains to put close to the sensor and then read each one here has a code inside. I have different colors, but what makes them different is the code inside. So on the Excel weekends, for example, we put the machine running on the desk, and people with the keychains put the keychains there, and then they got the price according to what was in the spreadsheet. You can see the pictures of this on the excelweekends.com website. But yes, you can control lots of things. A gate, something like this, for example. This is a small engine, electrical engine. And it comes from, let me see here. This thing here is a model of a fan that you can turn on and turn off using the Arduino, and of course using the spreadsheet with the data streamer flowing out the data, then control the device. Good question. Thank you very much. We could be all the time with only this question because this is very cool. Ligia is asking here, is it necessary to know any codes and to work with the data streamer? I can do both answers, the yes and the no. But the most transparent is yes. I have to say why. Let me remove the Thanos glove. This is the Arduino board, and you can see here now the same joystick, okay? But when you work with the joystick, you have the script of the joystick, because again, the board itself is general purpose. It can do anything. What will change the, let's say here, the flavor of the model? It will be the sensor or the device that you connect at the other side. So if you are preparing something about distance, you have a script of distance. If you have temperature sensor, you have the script of temperature sensor. And when you are inside the Arduino software, maybe one day you will have the need of work together with two sensors. Like in my case, I was working with temperature, humidity, and vibration at the same time. I was not using three Arduino boards. So one board connected with three sensors. This is why I got the Arduino Mega. The Arduino has more connections. So if I'm preparing a model that will have to work with more than one sensor, I really have to know how to program the C language or C++. It's actually a dialect inside the Arduino, but it's similar to the C language. And then if I know C language, I can do many more things that the people who gets the script done and just play, oh, let me load the script. It's totally different. Oh, question. Hi, I can, thanks for the presentation. I thank you because we are live and it's my pleasure. Would this work with a Raspberry Pi? Yes, but I recommend you to start with the Arduino because the Arduino is more, it's simpler than the Raspberry Pi. But you can. Actually, if you have a device that stream data in a serial way, you can connect and read inside Excel. But the Arduino is the best to start. It's much easier than Raspberry Pi. Excellent question. Well, we have room for more 3 questions. I can't see other people's questions. I see. I see. No, don't
There's
worry.
a reason for that. Apologies, I'm not. Yeah, we're just having. I apologize. I will try and publish them. That's my fault. Sorry, Cristiano.
No problem. Yeah, Liam is sending the answered questions to another place that everybody can see. But I see before. We have a friend here at MVP, Nabil Murad. Thank you for watching, Nabil. I like you very much, but I couldn't see the question before that. Where is the question?
It's unpublished. I've just put it in published after the thing. Sorry.
Too fast. Funny, too fast. Okay, I'm seeing now. Do we have any kind of applying the concept in education industry and classroom delivery? Well, educational industry is the best thing to find on the Hacking STEM project. Just write Hacking STEM and you will find lots of examples. They even recommend where to buy the kits. They have the Carolina Robotics partner. You can buy the glove, the full glove, but not mounted. You buy the parts and they send the instructions. And then your students will build the model based on the parts that comes from the kit. It is very cool, and then they sell the Arduino board as well, but you can buy the Arduino in one supplier and then one vendor and then the other kit on the Carolina website as well. We have a question in Portuguese here from Derek. Tudo bem, Cristiano? I will translate, no, don't worry. Tudo bem, Cristiano? Tenho saudade do Rio. Oh, now it's in English again. So it's just saying hello to me. Thank you. Have you used this feature in a business setting? I work in a retail company and wondering how I can apply this feature to improve our sales and data analytics. You can measure the movements of how many customers enter one door a corridor. You can check the amount of products in a shelf using a distance sensor. You have some business applications. Yes, I have been doing something, but the prototypes, some of them I had to stop only because of the COVID, unfortunately. But we have business applications, yes. And again, Ligia and me, we got second place in a prize from a pitch contest where they evaluate the business potential of an idea. And the idea that we presented was related to real-time data, not only data streamer in Excel, but real-time data in general. So the research started with the Excel. Well, another question here from Peru. Hello, Peru. Could data streamer going to work with the Excel Online? Excellent question. Not directly the Excel Online because you have to connect the device in your PC. But I have good news to you. You can use a laptop or a server. You have a PC with the device connected, period. But then you use the same workbook shared online. And then from your cell phone, I did this. From your cell phone, you can change something on the spreadsheet, on the workbook, and then that thing will play with the values, the cells. We have some specific cells to trigger something in a device to control them or to read more data from another device. This is very interesting, but not directly on the Excel Online. Excellent question. Thank you very much. Some question here for Liam about the event. Which sensor can I use to measure the size of a box that passed through a corridor? You can use the ultrasonic, but it's better to use a laser sensor because of the precision. You got it. Laser sensor, you have better result. It's more precise. I told you, English is not my first language, but I hope you got the answer. Well, I think the questions are gone. I have here Carlos saying thank you, is my friend as well. Thank you for watching. And then I have the final slides to show because I cannot forget to show the final. But Liam, just check if they can see.
Not yet, but it may come up in a second. I can put it up if you can't do it. I can put the evaluation one up. Do you want me to do it?
Just a short summary, then we go to the evaluation. I have the evaluation as well here. We can go up to the end from my presentation. It's exactly the time that we need to finish. Just tell me.
You're all good at the moment, Cristiano. Don't worry.
So I have the questions on my screen now. Is it okay?
Yeah. So the question that's up here, there's a few. I might just come in here. There's a few people keep asking, and apologies, Cristiano, it's not for your presentation, about which sessions are not being recorded. There are two sessions where our presenters have asked for various reasons that they don't wish for their session to be recorded. These are presently Imke Feldman and Frederick Le Guen. I cannot do anything about these because the presenters have asked not. When they are on, I would suggest people plead with them to ask if we can record it, because as a Teams live event, we will be actually recording. Cristiano, you've gone all together there, my friend. I don't know if you want to bring. I'll just put your. I'll just put it. I'm just going to send your slides live. Hang on, I'm just sending them live for you. But I was just going to say that if anybody wants those, just ask them. I'm afraid there is nothing I can do about it. I must respect the wishes of the presenter. Cristiano, it's back to you.
Okay, so we have the summary here, a short summary of the things that we presented today. You find the data streamer on Files, Options, Add-ins, Com Add-ins. You can print screen this slide because this is important. If you have the Excel 2019 or 2016, you can download and install the data streamer. You can buy the Arduino kit in one of the online stores. You won't find on physical stores. It's really hard to find. It's for Windows only, but the workbook can be shared online. And finally, you can write on the devices, then control them. You can find more on my YouTube channel, Excel Turbo, and you will see also the interview that I told you with Liam Bastic, which is pretty cool. Next steps, some challenges for myself and for everyone. Try to use the data streamer to gather Office scripts. Use data streamer to gather Power Automate and put Office scripts with Power Automate and Power Apps. And as well, create more business cases. Those are the reference. I will put the links in an easy way, but I will send to Liam Bastic as well. He will share to you the links because they are important. But if you print screen, you will have also the reference here. The evaluations, they are very important. So make sure you write down the evaluation of this presentation. This is very important to me and to the event to make sure we will running good. And then Microsoft Excel, as Liam told before, is seeking for research participants. So they love to hear the opinions of you and make sure you have the code and the link, and then they will send you a contract. You will see, check if everything is okay, and you will start to participate of a very special program of Microsoft Excel team. I hope this brief notion of the data streamer may have contributed as a first step for seek more information about the matter. And well, for those who do not intend to use it, I hope that this conversation can arouse the interest in you about the possibilities of the different use of the Excel. My contacts are here. I am on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn as Excel Turbo, and check as well Excel Weekend when you can. Thanks for watching.
That's brilliant, Cristiano. Thank you very much. I will applaud. I know other people can't do that, but that's our second session sorted out now. Thank you very much. As I say, if you have any queries for Cristiano, feel free to put them in the Q&A. I'm sure he'll be online for a little while and he can be answering those privately. We'll be competing for them or something like that. I'm just going to share my screen again for a second. So just give me a minute while I get it up again, because I'm typical male in that I cannot get anything to go up straight away. There we go. Our next session is